बच्चे के लिए हमने कर दिया, ये नहीं होते तुम कब के निकल जाते, हम सांस की क्यों सहते.
You are expecting kindness, you're expecting romance, you're expecting sensitivity, but you don't want to give it.
Do you think parents should be very transparent in front of their kids in how their marriage is going on?
Absolutely, because you're setting an example for your children. So if you're in a bad marriage and you continue, you're telling your child that you can be in a bad marriage, you may not be in love, you all could be hating each other, but continue because because everyone around is going to judge you. I remember one of my very close friends, she had a kid and she was in a bad marriage. And the thing is, when you have a kid, you continue. That is a thought. Ki acha abhi bacche ke liye continue. And I remember talking to her and she was like, I don't know what to do. And I said, listen, he's going to grow up with an idea of marriage which is so skewed because he's seeing that. He's never going to experience real love, real joy, real companionship because he sees, oh, this is what normal marriages are. You need to, he'll be happier. He'll flourish. He will be hurt initially, but he will flourish. He'll have two parents who are saner because they're not together and trying to kill each other.
Most women and most mothers usually have heard this in India from my friends as well, and a lot of mothers also were spoken to. अरे बच्चे के लिए हमने कर दिया, right? हर चीज हमारे बच्चे के लिए, अब तो यही हमारी उम्मीद है. ये नहीं होते तुम कब के निकल जाते, हम सांस की क्यों सहते, हम इसकी, all that, right?
Absolutely.
They say this again and again.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they really mean it or no, but they say it like sometimes they say
really
it.
mean it. They really mean it, but I don't know if the child wasn't. A lot of people do not have. I would not like to say they don't have the strength. They probably have the strength, but they don't have the support
to take an action.
To take an action like that.
So they,
let's say I could take that call because I was earning. I was independent. But somebody who's not independent and her parents are also not going to support her, what is she going to do? Where does she go?
Yeah. So she doesn't have an option. Okay. So in this scenario, does she continue or does she stop?
She has to stop.
And then do what?
Oh, start again.
Because
I don't know how, but start again.
Because this is what women say. I've asked this to multiple people. Okay?
You can't go on like that. It's either he'll kill you or you'll kill yourself. Or as a woman, you'll kill him. Or, vice versa. It's not just that women can have bad marriages. Men can have terrible marriages, A woman could be earning more. What is he going to do? Continue with the fear or with the understanding ke bachcha hai, chalo na chala lete hain. Which is what happens. But you have to get out of it. I mean, I'm not saying divorce is a great thing. But living together, a relationship a relationship of lies, of hatred, you're being so unfair even to yourself. I mean, you're ruining your own life, the other person's life, and the little one's life.
Do you think that's one of the reasons why a lot of kids in today's generation don't want to marry or maybe don't want to settle very early? Because they feel the concept of marriage is so flawed. Because in the previous generation, there was this whole generation where there was a lot of need of pretending to be right in front of society, but inside they were not right.
Also, I think now they're giving more time to themselves, like what we're talking. They're saying, I want to work, I want to be rich, I want to have a successful life, but I want to travel, but I want to have fun. So, isme I don't want to take on added responsibility today. And it goes for men and women. And they're right. I mean, like I've told my kids that please don't get married before you're 30 and all that. Yeah, please. Matlab, why do you want her to get married? Until she finds the right guy. ऐसे ही शादी करनी होती है. मतलब alarm clock थोड़ी ना है.
So, middle-aged women who are housewives, they are most depressed comparatively to others in our country. Because, and one of the rationales from this, one of the psychologists who wrote this article, was the rationale is that they feel and they've come to an understanding that nobody understands them.
And nobody values them.
And nobody is there to listen to them, value them and understand them. So they don't have anyone to talk to. So they get in this perpetual giving mentality where they're like, all I have to do is serve, serve, serve. And because I always keep serving, I don't have an identity. I don't have an individuality. I don't have anything to talk to or communicate to. that's why it's okay. So they keep suppressing their thoughts. And because they keep suppressing their thoughts, they get into overthinking loop, and that usually is
and
causing them sleeping issues
messed up and all of it.
Self-esteem, and then that's causing them sleeping issues, and then eventually either anxiety or depression.
Right.
So this is like a big issue which is growing on, right? And at the same time, she said they have also seen that men who are middle-aged are also going through the same thing, because they always feel that all they have to do is
provide,
come and earn.
Yeah.
They're not, nothing else is expected out of them.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk to them and hear them out.
True.
So both husband and wife are feeling that nobody's there to talk to them.
Yeah.
And nobody has ever told them that they can talk to each
other.
And they can start talking. And then they are actually growing apart as two individuals. And that is causing major depression.
Yeah.
Do you see this is the case? Do you think there's some reality in this?
I'm absolutely. Absolutely. See, also, till a point of time now, the thing that holds you is the kids. From when they are born to they are 18, 20, 25, till they're 30, your main conversation is the main connect between a husband and wife after the initial romance and all that is the kids. That is what holds them together. The thing is, it's like a cycle. You are expecting kindness, you're expecting romance, you're expecting sensitivity, but you don't want to give it. You don't want to give it. Why? Because I'm not getting it. But then somebody will have to start somewhere, na?
Have you ever struggled in your marriage?
Of course.
What was the biggest
Whoever
struggle?
hasn't, I would really wonder if that marriage was even was it a marriage? Were you all living together?
Or what was your biggest struggle in marriage?
My biggest struggle, like I said, is that I'm extremely expressive. I'm extremely animated. I want to talk. I want to make a big deal about everything. Good, bad, ugly. So if you tell me your toe is hurt, I will give you as much importance as if you are in a hospital. That is who I am. That is how I'm built. While Vipul is the complete opposite. That has been a major thing between us. It's constantly been, you don't give me time, you don't give me attention. That.
So you have to give advice to kids, your kids, or everybody who's gonna get married now. When to marry? When do you think is the right time to marry?
I think not early, for sure. You're very tempted to doing it in the first year or two because it's like you're at the height of your romance. That's probably the worst time to get married, I feel.
So you should date for how long?
You can date for as long. You can have a live-in relationship, and you'd rather have a live-in relationship and understand what it is to be married. It's a different ball game altogether.
Why?
Because it's not as romantic as it seems. It's a lot of adjustment. It's dealing with each other. Suddenly, it's not all beautiful and pretty and all that. You're farting and burping and you're kicking each other, and one is snoring and one is what the hell is going on? It's a lot of adjustment. And it's not just with marriage. I mean, today, if I was supposed to stay with my parents, it would be very difficult for me to stay with my parents. So it's you have to, with my best friend, let's say I would stay for 3 days, 5 days, 1 week, 10 days. Uske baad hoga ki chalo yaar, let's figure. Now it's not a holiday anymore.
Now the question is, who to marry?
Oh,
how
God.
do you decide?
That you can't decide. That is one, that gamble you play.
अरे बहुत बड़ा gamble है. ऐसे में बोलो बहुत बड़ा gamble.
Saying, if you land up spending a couple of...
At what point do you know that this is the person I want to marry? I might date. So a normal human being might end up dating 5 people, might end up feeling spark with 5 people, might end up seeing that पांचों की अलग-अलग problems है, तो किसी एक problem के साथ में वो deal करना ही पड़ेगा. So what is the point, or what is that one thing, or what is the 5-6 thing that you look for? It's okay, this is the person I can marry and I should marry.
If your basic values are the same.
What do you mean by basic
for example, you're talking about this guy who's a party animal, okay? Who does not want to stay at home. And you're talking about a girl who's brought up in a very close-knit family who wants to be home, now this is going to be a disaster. It's like evident. It's not rocket science,
So what are
Or
3-4 values?
Respect. I think how they want to spend their life. Like if one person is extremely ambitious and one person is very happy and satisfied with itna hai, then, because a lot of times what happens is when you're so ambitious, you tend to overlook
The needs of
the
others.
needs of others. So that would obviously be an imbalanced relationship. Or, if somebody is like so homebound or so like gharguti to say that I don't want to grow with you. So it's an imbalance. There is going to be adjustment. There will be, let's say 50-50 to nahi hoga. Ek 60 hoga, ek 40 hoga. But if you're going to do like 10 and then 100, then there is I think it's a little unrealistic.
What are the red flags in a relationship?
I think it's respect in a very big way. Because I may love you today and not say this, but tomorrow maybe I don't love you as much. But if I have it inherently to respect anybody, like I said, for example, agar you can talk badly to a server, you're capable of talking badly to someone else. Your base is wrong. So you're going to value somebody according to the position that they're working at, the money that they're earning, or what. You automatically start weighing it.
So that's a big red flag.
It is.
People discriminating.
Yeah, and somebody trying to completely change you upside down.
What do you think about movies like Animal? We should have them or no? Do you think they have bad impact?
Well, Mother India didn't get everyone to respect Mother India. So if it's not going to have equal amount of good impact, how can you put all the responsibility of the world on one film? If you are going to imbibe your star, why are you not imbibing the good quality of the star? Like those people are like, okay, this guy did this, I'm going to do this badtamizi. But that same guy, that same star in another movie did something really good.
Good.
Why are you not looking at that?